Alrighty. Well, welcome in everyone. Let me turn down the background music for this. Alright, hopefully that's low enough. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight on this journey into the soiree that I have of playing video games on stream. Hopefully it's not too choppy and it's going well. But yeah. Let's see if that works. Hey, that's better. Okay. So thanks for joining us tonight. Quick things to get out of the way before we get started. One, you'll be able to kind of dictate what I choose to do in-game. There is a extension, so if you're on your phone, you might not be able to use it, but if you're on a computer and watching, you definitely will be able to use it. And it'll come up a few times. We'll discuss over what character I'm going to play. I'm probably going to play Sorcerer because that's the new class that just came out. Two, stream things. Follow us on our socials. Join our Discord. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are kind of what we use the most, so follow us on there, at StreamOfMT. If you haven't already, follow the channel, please. If you have the financial ability to, consider subscribing. And if you have a Twitch subscription, subscribe with that, maybe. Other than that, I'm going to be here for the next few hours playing this game. So just literally sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm going to keep the music on in the background because this is royalty-free music, and the music that's in Baldur's Gate is not, so I don't want to get DMCA'd. But thank you for joining us, like I said, and let's just dive right into it. So I already have a gameplay with this already, so I'm just going to have to start a new game. And I'll let it play through the cinematic if you haven't seen it already. I don't know if the audio is playing or not. Probably is. Cantrips though, I want the light cantrip for sure, firebolt for sure. Don't know if I want mage hand. Oh. Let me change that real quick then. Okay, maybe you should be able to hear me better. Sorry, still working out the kinks. What would a stream of many things audio or stream be without audio issues? Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna have to answer issues. I'm trying to get this to work. It's just.
All right, let's get this started.
I know it's not going to be as nice, but it might save you a lot of work.
I mean, I can hand stitch pretty fast. That's not what I'm worried about. It's more so just like,
Sorry, just getting things set up because I do not have two things, or monitors, so I have to do this the best I can with what I've got. But I do have a pretty beefy system, which is good. All right, so actually make sure of something. All right. So I don't think I want Mage Hand. I think I want Shock and Grasp. I'm gonna go Wild Magic, and then my 2 first level slots, I'm definitely gonna take Chromatic Orb, and I'm gonna take Magic Missile, because those are the best. Alright, now for my Origin, I don't know what I should do, so if you're in the chat right now, just help me out and help me figure out what I should do. Name-wise, background-wise. I think Sage is what I'm going to go with. But, character name. Shadowheart's the name of another character. I don't want to play her. I want to play my own character. But she can be a part of the group. Should I play a female? Should I play a male? What race should I play? Literally pick up anything. And thank you for joining. Like, I could name it Goblin. It doesn't matter. I can't play a Goblin, which is unfortunate, but... Lesbian? Okay. Lesbian is the name. Alright, what should the race be? We got elf, tiefling, drow, human, githyanki, dwarf, half-elf, halfling, and should it be a male or female? Okay, Lizelle it is then. Lesbian is a pretty weird name. Okay, tiefling, I like it. And... I think we're gonna go Zariel Tiefling. Oh, lesbian named Lizelle. Yeah, okay. So Zariel Tiefling. Get Thaumaturgy. She should be a female, right? I think that's a pretty standard thing. Well, I can change the look. Like, so for appearance...
Where to now?
What was that? Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Okay, I think I'm doing 4.
I wonder what's back there.
Force 4 sounds the best. I like this soft look. I can change the horns. think I like these horns. And for the skin tone, I don't know, let's do something crazy. Like a super light aqua. Make her gray. Okay, we'll go gray then. We'll do like that color. Alright, and then for her eyes, do... Oh, those are pretty. I like those eyes. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then for her hair... I kind of like the scraggly, like, unkempt hair. It looks good. What color hair should it be, though? Maybe I'll do pink hair. Or dark green, okay. It just looks black. That's a little more green. Or light pink. And we could do light pink. Not light pink? A darker pink or like super light pink, almost white. Okay. Green. Okay. Well, tattoos. A little sparrow. Kind of like this tattoo. In black. We'll go with that. I like the makeup as is. Alright. Now for skills. I think I'm gonna give her persuasion and intimidation. Why not? We'll go those two. And for abilities, super low strength, which is okay. I wish I could bump this up another one. Increase the dex. I think that'll be good. I agree, it does. It does work really well. It also, she's a wild magic sorcerer, so I thought giving her a little bit of a druid flair would be nice. But I think that's what we're going to go with for stats. She has to be high in charisma. So that's what we'll go with.
Who do you dream of at night?
Now, who's my love interest? Should I do another tiefling? She is a lesbian, so... She doesn't get a name. But I kind of like just the standard, like the one that they came up with right away. Looks really nice. Her hair was black. We could try that. That does look nice. So do we like this? Is this the plan? Is this what we're going with? Okay, cool. Then that's all we need to do, so we're gonna keep on going. So I've played through this a couple times now. The beginning's always kind of the most, I won't say blasé part, but it's, you know, something I've done quite a few times, so if I kind of race through it, don't be surprised. I am going to skip this just in case there is DMCA issues with it, so sorry if you haven't seen it, but you can watch it elsewhere. I've turned off the music basically for the whole thing, but I just want to make sure I don't get any strikes or anything.
My head.
Alright, so this is Lizelle.
Here we go.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Alright, so this is going to be the first big thing, so go ahead and pick which answer you want. I'll start it out here. You have a little bit of time to do it, so... I'm gonna let it go to the end. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably race through this just to get it done with, because the real fun doesn't really start until you get down into the meat of the game. This is just kind of the tutorial, so... I'm just gonna roll.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
I don't like Illithid, so I'm just gonna go ahead and crack.
Light on my feet. I feel better. With haste. Don't waste a step, devilkin. Am I in the hells?
You think that you are. I hear you, but for the first time in my playing career, I'm going to skip it because I want to get to the main part of the game. So basically the premise of this game so far, if you haven't noticed, is you are on an Illithid ship, you've been infected, and trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Oh, look, Lizelle.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. The dragon's wing, a silver sword. The flash of your face, seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Squaw, you are no thrall. Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
Alright, I'm gonna let you guys pick whichever one you think is the best option. One of them will just keep us going, the other one will give you more information, so let me know what you want to pick. And I will wait. Lizelle's cool though. I'm glad that they're going more into like Githyanki. Because I haven't seen a lot of representation of them in many media forms. So it's nice to see that they are getting some recognition. But yeah. Alright, so we got a 50-50 right now. If no one else picks, then I will pick the one that gets us the quickest. Voting probably has like 5 more seconds on it.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
So I'm actually going to change the audio a little bit because I need the voices to be up. I want that to be down a little bit. Yes. Okay. So now Lizelle's part of my party. She's a fighter. So this just goes through how combat works. It's actually really cool if you've ever played Divinity Original Sin. It's made by the same studios. So in the game, much like in regular D&D, if you have the high ground on something, you have the ability to get some extra oomph to your attack. So they each have 6 hit points. So I'm going to... Let's go. 1, 2, and then 3.
Tormentum!
And there's no roll on Magic Missile because it's an automatic hit. But there's also stuff that you can do with the extension. You can help remind me that I have some things that I could use, but for now, just trying to get this done with.
Time to strike.
And there are different things you can do with different weapons. Like I said, Lizelle's a fighter, so See what he had. Hand axe, which I don't need. And yeah. So I'm just going to... cast...
Tormentum!
Just cast it again. It's the
You
easiest
proved
thing to do.
surprisingly adequate in battle.
Oh, thanks.
Now, to the helm.
I don't need a hand crossbow either. Let's see what he's got. There's nothing for me out there. It's cool because if you're watching, things that are going by outside is actually Avernus, which is fun.
Moving ahead.
Did I get my spell slots back?
Time to
That's
press
cool. I
ahead.
didn't know you could do that. So many teeth, true. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I've been playing the game since the early release came out, and it's funny to see how much the animation has changed since, like, it first came out. Because when it first came out, that dragon did not look that good. Alright, gonna steal this stuff real quick.
Swift is my...
So in my other playthrough that I'm playing through right now, I'm playing as a warlock, which you can play as. And that playthrough I'm enjoying thoroughly because I've seen things that I haven't seen before when I played the games.
At the ready.
Ithic, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose. Damn it!
Let's go talk to Shadowheart since I said that she could be a part.
Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Because I said for a... I'm just going to pick this one. Because I said that she could join the party, so I'm just going to make sure that she likes us.
Warding runes. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go. No! Wait!
Another step forward.
Ooh, yummy intellect devours.
Skra! How many hosts of this gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you. Should mind my step. Key. For what? Breathe deep and move.
So there's the intellect devour again.
Can't
Yeah,
slow down.
as time has gone on with the release
Very
and
well.
kind of them releasing new patches and new things, it's just gotten nicer and nicer, and everything just looks better and better. So I'm just gonna steal all this stuff real quick. Not really stealing.
A rune. But for what? Let's see. The console appears dormant.
Whew.
The console hums to life.
So that's Shadowheart.
At last. Thought I was done for.
Everything's not really
That
fixed.
damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment.
Oh, she just grabbed it out of thin air. Look at that.
Finally. Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough time already. She's right. Lead on.
Alright, up to the helm.
Never wanted
we
the easy
go.
path. We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say. Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment. Yank.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like semi-lore that you don't really need to know that gets kind of described in this. So once we get out and kind of on our own and outside of the animations, I'll explain more.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now!
Alright, so to get this done as quickly as possible, I'm just gonna dash. That's the end of my turn. And of course this Hellboy's gonna come after me. Well, it killed that, so that's good.
It does it.
And that killed that, so that's good.
Let's end this. On I go.
Alright, Shadowheart's turn. She's a cleric, so we're gonna do some guiding bolts. Look at that. End of turn.
Kill them!
We need to get out of here now.
Just gonna dash there and let me go.
Connect the transponder. Now!
Look how gloopy it looks. You don't have anything? That's boring. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Make way. Taking position. Darkness, protect me.
She's so
Worth a
angsty.
rummage.
Yeah, they each have like their own story, which is really cool.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead. Damn these imps. I need to reach the transponder.
Oh, that sucks. Alright, Shadowheart, we need your
Heading there.
help. I think she has healing word. Yeah, she has it up. Okay, good. Hopefully...
Take cure.
There we go. Cool. Oh, that would have been bad. Alright. Glad we got there.
Alien transponder.
Would have been bad if we
You've
didn't.
made it in time.
Oh, such a cool animation here. That should be the sound that is going on right now, but it's not. There's also music going on right now in the background, but I don't have it on because it doesn't need to be on. Grab it, Lizelle, you got it! Well, almost. I guess that's a little issue that they have with the hands not grabbing the transponder correctly. But that should bring us to the start of the game, basically. So once we get there, you guys are free to just choose what I should do. If you have anything that you'd like to see, just literally shout it out in chat, and I will do what I can. Oh, it literally skipped over the anime. That's funny. So basically right now you're getting the premise of the first act of the game, which I've played through, like I said, when it first came out. I'm trying to get a playthrough in now because they just added another piece of it. The Sorcerer class specifically, and also, in addition to that, like a whole new area that is like the ending of Act 1, basically, called the Grimforge. So I'm super excited. Hopefully I can get to that, if not on stream, just on my own time. But we'll definitely get a decent amount in today. Blink. So this is what you were supposed to see before I was on the beach. I didn't cast that. But so far it's a really fun game. Larian's done a really good job at making it very close to basically playing D&D.
Hells.
Which is really nice.
I can't believe I'm in one piece. Something's on my mind.
Alright. So, I'm gonna let you guys decide what I do. She's got this strange thing in her hand. I don't know what it is, but you guys will be able to pick. I will say, she gets added really either way, unless of course you choose to leave, but alright, doesn't look like it's changing much, so we're just gonna reach for the artifact.
What are you doing?
I'll let you guys pick again. Why not? the deceptive route. I see. We're just gonna go with
I'm
that one.
alive, yes. Thank you for the concern. And speaking of, how are we alive? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
I'll let you guys pick this one again. I don't know where some of these lead. I usually just go through the quickest ones as possible, so. So now what? Do you have any idea where we are or what happened to our Gith friend? It's looking like, do we have any idea where you are? Or where we are, I should say.
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that.
And that starts the
Lead
trend
the way.
of people who are your party members remembering things that you do. So, I'm a bit Bioshocky in the way that I play, so I literally will search everything. So bear with me while I
Need to find a way forward.
make my way through barrels. Some things you don't need, that they don't really add anything. In fact, if anything, they just take away inventory space.
Moving in.
But gold's always needed to buy items. Food is needed for camp
Bit of a
supplies.
fight by the looks of it. Not that it mattered in the end.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Little sea shanty. Someone left something in here, so I'll take the gold and the apples, and I'll take the water too. Why not? Fish heads, yummy, yummy fish heads.
No traps, please.
So yeah,
How much
basically
further can I
you
go?
fall on this beach and there are a bunch of dead people around, and you don't know why, you don't really know where you are, which sounds like just a normal
in here?
weekend, but you don't need more water. We'll take those thieves' tools
Anything
out.
of use? What's hiding here?
Intellect devourers.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Okay, so these are waypoints that you can basically
These boots have seen everything.
transport in between. I already checked that body, so I'm just going to keep going.
More of those wretched things.
I'm going to take that gold.
On my way.
I'm going to save here.
One day I'll catch a break.
Oof, we rolled really bad on our initiative. Okay, so that one's going to dash.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight.
Vicious filth. Yeah, we're going to go. Good stuff. And then I'm going to keep that other first level spell. Okay. Yeah. There's still some bugs being worked out. I am going to put Tides of Chaos on, which is fun, because I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. And I'm going to do acid damage. Let's go. Oh, one off. Okay, well, that sucks. Luckily I've got all my health. I don't know if it walks through it, if it'll get damaged or not. You good? Okay, I guess it just finished its turn. Uh-oh, it's bugging out on me. It's working still, but I guess they're just not going to move. So, I'm just going to give it a second, and then it should start back up again. Aha! Thank you for those of you who are joining. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying this, thus far. I'm just going to hit rocket. Okay. Don't think it has anything.
Got to move.
I'm going to move out of the way. And then I'm actually just going to...
Tormento. My eyes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So we're blurred now because I'm a wild magic sorcerer and wild magic surge just happened. I did not realize that that was a thing that happened consistently. That's pretty cool. Are you gonna dash? Are you actually gonna move now, or are you just gonna stay there? Yeah, you're just gonna stay there. Okay. Well, that was a very blasé battle. I'm pretty sure I'm almost guaranteed to win as long as nothing horrible happens. So that's too far. I'm just going to use a cantrip. Made it safe. Ignis.
You fight
There
well.
we go.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Shadowheart. So there is a short rest and long rest function, just like any other D&D game. I'm actually going to just take a short rest now. I don't get my spell slots back until I get a long rest, because I'm a sorcerer. That's why I'm playing a warlock in my other game. So we got some poison, a dead mind flare, who's got a skull that I don't want, and some bulbs.
How much further can I go?
I don't know. How much farther can you go?
On my way.
But yeah, this is kind of the base of the game, so thanks for watching along. Again, if you want me to do something, just shout it out in chat, and I will do my best to get it done. But I hope everyone's having a good night. It's kind of not fully night. I'm going to attempt
Right
to
tool
lock
will
pick.
do the trick.
So Tides of Chaos means that there is a possibility of a wild magic surge next time I cast a spell. Alright. Neither of those do I want. And they added a function in here that lets you basically add any bonuses that you would be able to add in normally to the rolls, which is pretty cool. We're about to run into probably one of my favorite characters that's a base character in the game.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Good old Starian. I'm gonna let you guys pick what goes on. Because this is fun. There's many ways that this could go. So you've got easily stand back, kill it yourself, you look capable enough, or leave. Obviously leaving isn't probably the best option, but Also, for those of you who are watching, I don't know if it's choppy for you. I'm sorry. If it is, doing the best I can with what I've got, so I appreciate you sticking through it. Alright, it's looking like easily stand back, so that's what we're going to go for.
There. Can you see it?
What's this? The roguish character that I just met is deceiving me? Jump scare.
Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I?
Alright, so the next pick...
Not.
I'm just interested to see what y'all are going to make me do. Because, again, there are some of these that I've already gone through, and there are some that I have not done before, so... And that's what I thought you guys are going to pick. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, but, I mean, that seems like... I have a -1 because of my strength, but you know what? Screw it. We'll see what it is. It looks like that's what you want me to do. Total bonus, +1. I missed.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the
So they do
memory,
have a version of
but it
this that
fades to the word,
allows you to basically
the
just
light.
immediately succeed on every
What was
roll.
that? What's going on?
I'll let you guys pick this one too. I haven't done this yet, so I want to know what's next. But Astarian's one of my favorite characters. Choosing chaos, I love it. Oh. Well, I can tell you I'm not very strong, so it probably won't work. It's 50-50 right now. But, you know, screw it. Let me try this. Oh, just made it.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah, so that's a glitch that I've noticed too, but...
I saw into your mind. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards.
His legs are
Apologies.
just like back.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarian. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
Oh.
Turn us
Yes,
into...
they'll turn us into mind flayers. Because that's what will happen.
Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect?
Look how beautiful his luscious locks are.
Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Pick what I should say. He is a rogue, so if you want to see the rogue class, definitely add him to the party, but I will leave it up to y'all. It is true that you need to get rid of it, though. That's kind of the main staple of the game. And there are so many different ways you can do it. I've kind of only gone one way consistently, but like there's an opportunity in the first act of the game that you meet a hag. It's like a bunch of cool stuff. I won't tell you how you get there, because I don't want to be too spoilery, but it's a really fun game. Once it's fully completed, it'll be a lot of fun to play. Okay.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know.
That's a fair point.
All right. I accept. Lead on.
You got it, Astarion. 248 XP. You see that? You join my party and you get almost leveled up automatically.
Never wanted the easy path. More survivors. They're trying to dig somebody out of the wreckage.
Something's wrong. They should be trying to get away if they had any sense.
Come on, dig! Faster! Get her out of there!
Yeah, get him. Get her out of there. Get her.
Don't die! Don't
Her.
die! Don't die!
The person they're trying to save. It's the creature from the ship. Still alive, but wounded.
Let you guys pick what's gonna happen. Mind flayers look really cool too, because that's like what they look like. They are creepy and wonderful. And I do have proficiency in persuasion because I'm a sorcerer and I'm a charisma-based caster, which I think is dumb. I think sorcerers should be constitution-based casters because it's about their bloodline and using like the magic that's internally in them, but just my opinion. Alright. Oh. 50-50. 50-50. I'm gonna do what are you doing? Let the monster die.
Monster! That's my daughter! She's dying! You did this! You want to kill her!
It's not true. But I will fight you all. Oh, thanks for pushing me, kid. No reactions for you.
I'm ready.
Alright. She only has one first level spell slot left, so I'm just going to Sacred Flame.
Pretender!
Sneak attack. And she's dead. Damn, Astarion, you're getting hit. Oh.
Suddenly, something convulses inside you. Your vision lurches sickeningly. You are one with your assailants, your minds fused together. They are frightened, lost. The creature in the wreckage is forcing them to attack you, controlling them like puppets. Its voice shivers across your brain, seeking access, trying to bend your will to its bidding.
Alright, you guys can pick what goes on. I haven't ever had this happen before either. You got put down your weapons, they don't want to hurt you. You try and make a wisdom saving throw to focus your mind and break its influence, or continue fighting it. Or them. And it's Shadowheart too, it's not our character, so. Add the bonus. Guidance myself. Oh, I got it.
The presence in your mind gropes for purchase and finds the tadpole instead. You push back, taking advantage of a tremor of pain that cuts through the creature. As its influence wanes, your assailants lower their weapons, blinking in confusion.
Where are we?
Well, one of them died.
There was-
That's unfortunate.
Fire in the sky and then... Oh God. Sona! What happened to my friend?
Well, she attacked me.
God. I think you're right. It called out from the wreckage. It sounded just like my daughter. But
Just like me
she's
daughter.
been dead for years.
Dead for years.
That thing got into our heads, drove us mad. We wrecked our boat just trying to get close to it. What do we do now?
Could be worse.
You were on that thing. To survive that, only to land in this bloody wilderness. We're in the middle of nowhere. The gods must have it out. Wait. You. I can feel you. Just like one of those things.
What are those things?
You're one of them!
Yep, it's me. No. What? I saved you from that thing.
There's something in your head. Please, we'll take our chances out here. Just leave us be.
Help.
We just broke a Mind Flayer's hold over its victims. How is that possible? The tadpoles?
I mean, sure.
We're probably changing already. We need to deal with these tadpoles while we still can.
Fair enough. I'm gonna steal your stuff, which is 1 gold, thanks. Clamshell, I'll take the rum and the dagger. Don't need the simple robe, though.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you.
This is the
You
thing
could
that
end its
abducted me.
life here and now. If only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
What am I gonna do? Give in to the emotion? This isn't right. Step away. No. You should be furious. Shouldn't you? I don't know, I'm pretty pissed off. Why would I have compassion for something that abducted me? It seems like a very toxic relationship.
You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Ooh, what should I do now? Try and concentrate on its thoughts or take advantage of the lapse and break free? I know, this is interesting. I usually just kind of go for the kill against it because it's a mind flayer. Alright.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Malice. I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Stealing its bulbs. Alright, so now we can level up. Starian, just an exception. Shadowheart, I think, is also just an except. Oh, I can customize the spells that she gets. I don't want Create or Destroy Water. I want Inflict Wounds. And I don't want Bane. We'll take Cure Wounds. And she's a Trickster cleric, so she gets Invoke Duplicity. Wow. Meta Magic. Okay. This is fun. What should I do, though? I feel like I have... Huh. I don't want Witch Bolt, I know that. Featherfall or Thunderwave? Featherfall or Thunderwave? Featherfall's good for later in the game, and I can also, get it later. Or Burning Hands. I'm going to take Burning Hands. And then I'm going to take... I'm going to take Twinned and Distant Spell. Meta Magic is really cool, though.
Have to keep going.
In actual D&D games. Let's head up
Can't slow
this way.
down.
There's goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Gale. Gale.
You're alive. That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale. Well met. Very same. A traumatizing experience, if an instructive one. Yes. The ocular penetration by an illithid tadpole, which will end with our souls being snuffed like strands of weave caught in dead magic.
Weave is like the...
Not to mention, you're staring at me like a
interspersing
rashimi at a
magical-
blackboard. You're no wizard, are you?
I'm better than a wizard. I'm a sorcerer.
There's a gust of weave about you, but it's a mere breeze. I need a tempest. It'll have to wait.
Get it? Because his name is
Primary
Gale.
need is a healer. I take it you recall the insertion of the parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it'll turn us into mind flayers? A process known as ceramorphosis? It is to be avoided.
It is. It's gross.
I assume you're no accomplished healer either. Powerful cleric, maybe?
Ooh, can't say that I am.
Then we'll have to find one. And fast. You and I are in a whole
Welcome
lot
in.
of trouble. We need help, and I'm not sure where we'll find it in this wilderness.
That's true.
How about we embark on the quest for a healer together?
Okay. That sounds like a plan. I could always use another
Most
magic user.
Then, without further ado, let's be off.
Alright, when we get into more of the...
Looks like you keep some
Also,
interesting
he's-
company.
He's a douchebag.
A woman with shadows for eyes. Deep as the dark lake. Pleasure, madam.
Is it?
Is it indeed? We'll see.
When we get to more of the, actual gameplay stuff. Oh, yeah, and because he joins my party, he gets to level up. I think I'm going to put him as Evocation again. I'm going to get rid of Fog Cloud and Grease and get Featherfall and Mage Armor. And he's going to have Magic Missile because that's important. I'm also gonna give him chromatic orb. Why not? So you only get up to level 5 in the first act of the game, which is a little unfortunate, but take another short rest.
One day I'll catch a break.
But from what I am understanding, you'll get to like super high levels later in the game.
Enough. Broken.
Yeah.
Must have been here a while.
Thanks for those of you who are joining. I appreciate it. We're going to be playing this for the next couple hours, so feel free to join in chat and just let me know where you think I should go. If you've played it before, cool. If not, enjoy my playthrough. We're currently playing the new class that just got introduced in the 6th patch that came out, which is Sorcerer. Probably won't get to the new area tonight unless I just went through everything, but I wanted to give you guys the ability to kind of dictate where I went.
Shouting up ahead.
Oh, I don't want to.
We should check it out, but be careful.
I don't want to do that yet.
Light on my feet.
Why are you so slow? Is it because you're encumbered? You're not encumbered. Why are you just moving so slow?
What path lies before me?
Okay, we're gonna go this way.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot
I'm gonna let you guys
stare.
pick to see what happens during
Her
this
lips don't move.
moment.
Yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
Alright. Technically, she didn't abandon us, so... But pick what you want to see. You abandoned me on the ship. Why should I help you? Which isn't true. This creature's dangerous. Get out of here. Leave it to me. Shoot the trap down. Miss kill it before it harms anyone. Attack the tieflings or leave. The tieflings are nice, though, so... I'm unbiased. Just pick something. Okay, gotta shoot the trap down. We must kill it before it harms someone. Deception. Do. Here we go, this one. Well, I can't fail, so...
She's right. No one's safe if that thing goes loose. Not even us.
Damaze?
Enough. Lower the trap. Ready your blade.
You've but one chance. Join me or die.
Ooh. What are we doing? I've never had this. Interested to see attack the tieflings. Oh no, it's 50-50. Don't do this to me. I wish there were more people. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'll close it and then open it back up again. Whatever you guys pick, I will pick it then. If it's 50-50 again, I'm going to have a nightmare. Because this is interesting, because the tieflings are nice and killing them would be bad. But Lizelle is a fighter, so she would be beneficial to the party. Alright, if it's 100% attack Lizelle, that's what we're gonna do. Doesn't look like it should. Okay.
Got to move.
Alright, let's see. Distance spell, no. Or, yeah, I'll do distance spell. Actually, no, I'm just kidding.
Tormentum.
Alright, there she is.
Shall we dance?
A tale for the ages.
Oh, you missed. That sucks.
Intende. Onward.
Shall we cut and run?
Another miss. Oof.
Step by step.
No one back home will ever believe this. Very well.
Steal those. Steal those.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
She got a chain shirt on. I'm just gonna give her the
Better
Githyanki
make
plate
camp
though.
soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
Yeah, we're gonna take a long rest now. Go to camping in the day. Yes. So yeah, that gets rid of one potential party member already.
This seems as good a place as any to make camp.
Alright, now I gotta talk to Gale.
Go to hell. Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've
Almost.
seen hell. It's real. It isn't trivial.
Man, they just give these guys the worst backstories. And what I mean by that is like the most trauma.
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts.
I'm the most unlucky.
Pictures on a piece of paper.
Why?
What a difference a
They
day
took off
makes.
my piercing.
Now we have
They
tadpoles
put it in
slithering
my
through our
piercing
heads
so
like
it comes off
carnivorous
my hand.
feti.
And not only did the bar and
That's
the
not
little
abstract.
thing fall, but it fell and it went underneath the sink thing that I can't get under because there's a tiny, tiny crack underneath the trim of it that's just a little bit bigger than the rest of it, and I can't take that thing off.
Yeah. We'll get a magnet and we'll
No,
grab it.
it went completely under it.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll get a
there-
magnet.
There's no way. It's gonna.
We'll figure it out.
Well, if we can't figure it out within the next 2 hours, my piercing's gonna close.
That's the spirit. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
I want to have a word.
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea? There are lit fuses in our heads. Sooner or later, they're going to blow. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light. Maybe we'll get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
Alright, I guess it's time to sleepy. So this is the new thing that it did in patch 5, was the camp supplies. So you get a full rest if you have 40 camp supplies set for the night. And that gives you basically everything. But if you don't have enough, you don't get a full rest. So it's interesting. Well, there she is. Alright.
At the ready.
Next up. New place discovered?
You! Not another step, hear me? Boss! Got company up here!
What's this then? Trying to creep around us and loot the crypt? Not happening. Or is it the ship you're after? Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it.
Alright, I'll let you guys pick what happens next. Screw it, we're gonna try and intimidate this guy. Thaumaturgy.
Well, in that case, come on you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it.
Oh, got rid of them easily.
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
I'll try.
With haste.
Does that every once in a while, where it's just like, I'm just gonna get rid of the thing that you have slotted there. It's a little annoying. So that's another cool thing. It literally affects
Mind my step.
what goes on.
Need to find a way forward.
See anything?
Huh. Let's see, what should I do? Oh, isn't there like a... We're gonna do chromatic orb. I'm just gonna twin spell chromatic orb. So twin spell, chromatic orb, we're gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 1 there. And 1 here.
Ah, dang.
And that pretty much got rid of everyone very quickly. Which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna move over here in the corner.
Got to concentrate. Have to keep going.
And then I'm going to Sick of Flame. And that person's gone now. Yeah, it's horrible. Finish.
It shall be done.
I know, thank you. And we're going to...
A spell.
Oh, that was simple. A lot easier than it
blood?
looked.
No, never mind.
Is that blood? Yes, they're literally dead people. Alright, let's see what's in these chests. Gold.
Open up.
Nothing. Nothing. How about this wardrobe? Nothing.
These boots have seen everything.
Have they? Oh, I'm gonna take these. Dagger, this. Sure. Take the ring mail armor. Give it to you. And give this to you. And this to you. Alright. And I'm just gonna loot the bodies. Nothing good. Honey, poison, alchemist fire.
Don't waste a step.
Scroll bending flame. Just journey through the jungle. That sounds cool. Let's read it. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single beautiful, terrible song. Ulu Thalang, and said Jaw, it's coming. Jaw dropped her pack and scurried up the nearest biter. With a bit more effort, I climbed a tree of my own, and the two of us surveyed the grassy ground beneath. Ow! There it was again, above and beneath and all around, so close my skull vibrated from the sound. The ferns and foliage under me rippled and swayed. Jaw held a finger to her lips to demand my silence, and in one motion it snatched her. A vine? A tentacle? It hardly mattered. The hunter had found its prey. Jaw's scream swelled and faded as Ulu Thalang dragged her away. I leapt down to give chase, but the creature left no mark behind. The grasses were untrampled, the shrubs unbroken. I had only the memory of that herring call to guide me. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. And I know I can take the things, to sell, but I can't. That door is locked.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I wonder if they are too.
Swift as my feet can carry me. One day I'll catch a break.
Triple wickets. Pick up an edgeways.
You do not recognize the language on the plaque.
That's unfortunate.
What's that? What was that?
I don't know. Perhaps
Something
it
good here, I
opened the door that's been locked. God, candles? Really? That's all you got
Very
for me?
well.
It's unfortunate.
If not over, then through. At the ready.
Would you look
Wonder
at
if
that?
the gods are watching me.
Candles, that's about it. And another doorway.
Better not be cursed.
Alright, as we're here and waiting, I'm going to take
This
a
place
quick
wasn't
break
built for the
and
living.
use the bathroom real quick. So stick around and enjoy. And I will be right back. All right, and we are back. Thank you all for being patient and waiting. All right, let's get back into this. I'm actually going to turn down the volume on this because it is a little loud. Should be a little better. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh, chest. So, like I said, I do play this a little Bioshocky, so I kind of just go through and grab as much as I can out of everything that I can grab stuff. Because you never know what's in there. Like, you know, scrolls of guiding bolt and protection from evil and good.
Need to find a way forward.
There's
what's in here?
Chest right there. You know, and things are worth money, so you can sell them along the way.
Best be on my way.
To get better things. Alright, so I am aware of what's in this next room, so here's what I'm going to do.
I could get used to this.
I'm going to disconnect Astarion.
Step lightly. Let's keep to the shadows.
And let him sneak. So that's always fun.
The element of surprise. Be careful. There are traps about.
I don't have a disarm toolkit. That doesn't make any sense. Thieves' tools. Thieves' tools. Do I really not have a trap disarming? Thieves' tools. I don't. Wow. Let me... Okay. So yeah, that's a trapped room, which you find out the hard way if you don't do things correctly. But you get the Watcher's Guide, which is pretty cool. And I usually give it to Shadowheart because why not? Because she only has a mace. So she's only one-handing it, but it's a pretty impressive weapon, so.
Go. Let's see.
And the key that I just got is what
Can't
I'm
give up now. Can't slow down.
Alright, so now we've got Entomb Scribe, which
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Lost all of their
Armed
health.
scribes. But no sign of a struggle.
Ooh, what does
I
that
wonder what was
mean?
so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
With haste. Looks like someone wanted to bury their secret.
This book is far lighter than it should be, with such a massive log.
Yeah, easy enough. And it unlocks. Crazy.
As the lock opens, weak magic pulses from the book. Such a waste, binding it to dry, dead parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list, but of what?
It's close.
Gods. These are the names of gods. Once lost, but now restored after the second sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Weird.
What's inside?
Morning Star, I'm gonna take.
Time to press ahead.
For fun. I don't really need it.
Have to keep going.
Yeah, they also added these like little inspiration points that you can get, which is pretty awesome.
What's hiding here?
Goal of silence and protection from evil and good. Sounds good to me.
Look at that. Jurgle, the scribe of the dead. This chapel must be ancient.
Yeah, some of the lore in here, I don't know if it ties in directly to D&D lore, but it is still
Never
pretty
wanted
cool.
the easy path. That's curious.
Oh, undead, my favorite.
Something just woke up down here.
Yeah.
Let them come. The darkness can be to our advantage.
Disengage so I can get by without too much of an issue. And then who can I attack from here? Oof. Unfortunate. They're all going to dash to get into general range, so... Alright, you I'm going to cast... Grasp. Yeah, this is one of the better encounters in the first part, because it's like you don't get to really get a lot of undead, but when you do, it's a lot of fun. Cannot memorize or forget spells during combat. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't really have anything that I can use. I guess I could cast... Could cast Firebolt. Oh, well, not even...
May it please, Mistra.
God, every time. Let's put you back down here. They're both pretty equal, so I'm just gonna go for this one. Cool.
My faith will protect me.
I'm sure it will. I'm gonna do sneak attack on this guy. I missed. That's unfortunate. And that takes away quite a bit of my spell options, because most of them are...
Enchanted. Nice.
Just within 6 meters has a main weapon enchanted. These weapons deal an additional... Oh, wow. Well, that includes that guy, I'm pretty sure, so... It's unfortunate. Well, now I'm asleep. Ooh, this is not going well. God, it keeps getting rid of the... So we're gonna do 3, 5. There we go. That at least got rid of him. I'm gonna steal that. Alright, we're gonna take a ranged attack, I guess on this guy, because he's the only one that I can shoot. 9's not bad, but that's really all I can do. I guess I could have actually... Alright, my turn. Let's see, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, dang it. Force damage. We're gonna try this. Well, it killed one of them. That's good. And I'm sitting. Well, Gale's up. That's good.
Step to it.
Whew.
Ready.
Keeps doing that. It's annoying. Sure.
Moving.
Still silenced? I thought I'd be out of it. There we go. One.
Tormento.
Try for Witch Bolt. Oh, concentrating bugs on both of them, but that's okay. He is not looking too hot, though. I'm gonna take that.
Got to keep fighting. Heading there.
Try Guiding Bolt.
Rising from the dead just to protect some dusty baubles. Fools.
Fools.
Their trinkets may be worth a few coins all the same.
Let's have a look.
Let us have a look. We don't need
What
that
path lies
stuff.
before me?
Scrolls are nice, though.
Open up.
These boots have seen everything.
Have they? I think I've already looked at his inventory. Yeah, I did.
Moving in. Should mind my step.
A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Whew.
So he
No,
has
when I
spoken.
First saw
and
this,
so
I thought it was
thou
a lich,
standest
but
before
it's
me.
definitely not.
Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
That's a good question.
Because that would be senseless. Wilt thou answer my question?
I guess so.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life? In death, that is so. Very well. I am satisfied.
I'm glad you are.
We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. These chambers are much changed.
On my way.
Actually, gonna take a short rest. Try and get some of that health back.
Don't waste a step.
I think I'm also pretty out of spell slots, so I might take a... I never noticed the skeleton was there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a long rest.
Be with you in a moment.
It's a mirror image.
It's done all that and more at plenty of soiree, I can tell you. Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of? Ah, yes. The good old days. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices.
I mean, it sounds...
Need to go on?
Lovely.
My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal. I'll toast to that. The pragmatic in me, however, sees only the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Sure thing, Gale.
Light on my feet.
I guess no one else wants to talk. Oh, his name is Withers. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. And sleep we shall. No, he's an elf, so he doesn't have to sleep. He just meditates. Oh, alright.
Moving ahead. Another step forward.
Let's see what else this holds for us. I don't think we can go further without dealing with the... So, I apologize. I like to just kind of move around the map and look, but my characters will catch up at some point.
Time to press ahead.
And we are playing the Sorcerer, which just came out in patch 6.
Need to find a way forward.
Trying to get to that new space that they've just created.
Let's be on my way.
Called the Grim Forge. I
Wonder
don't
if the
think we'll
gods are
reach it
watching
tonight, but who knows?
Light on my feet.
Just kidding. We probably won't read it tonight. Oh, I love you too. You can come sit out here if you want to.
Moving in.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on?
Oh my god, his tail. I
Goblins are
forgot
on
about that. The tail, like, for some reason, is just nuts in this game. It's like tails and ponytails. Anything that has tails in it. Gorblins.
Cannon! No!
This is also one of my favorite encounters in the game. There's a few I haven't been able to hit recently, but oh, I got hit with something. This is probably the worst angle I could have come from. Alright, let's get into the fray, I guess. Unless I can hit that guy. No, path is interrupted. So I'm just gonna have to move forward. Wow, that sucks. Oh well. Oh, you know, I should have twin spelled. Dang it. Alright, that ends my turn.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Shine the bastards! For the absolute!
Goblin boss. Man, they are just not having a good time. I like Will, though. He's pretty cool.
Ah! There is There's no escaping the blade.
I think he's gonna cast. Yeah. Oof. I'm not looking good. Can I twin spell this? I can't twin spell it. That's unfortunate. But I guess we'll go acid. Sure. Actually, no, I'm just gonna cast. Ooh, here's hoping.
Tormento.
And I'll take one of those just in case. Alright. Finally.
Got to press on.
Let's see. Guiding bolt. No, we'll just do Sacred Flame. Oh, one? Come on. And then I guess I'll do a healing word on myself.
Take you.
Let me recite their demise. With haste.
Dash on myself just to
certainly
get a better chance. Come on, Will.
With finesse.
Jeez, I'm just not doing well this round. Yeah, you go for it. Well, there goes that one. Actually, let me change. Hold on. The music doesn't really fit. There we go. Alright, my turn now. Huh. Twin spell. Now we're gonna chromatic orb. Acid.
Try to keep up.
Till the end of your turn, you can use a bonus action to teleport up to 9 meters. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm going to... Hello.
Need to act fast. On I go.
Alright, good. He's gone. We're all up at...
I speak, they burn.
So that turned around rather quickly. Ooh, thunder. Let's see if I can get... That works. Alright, let's see. Who am I going for?
Let's go.
Oh, I'll steal from you first. Alright, so. Alright, that'll end the turn. What are you gonna do, Zevlor? Hell Rider Exile. Good choice. I'm sorry, Blue. I didn't mean to wake you up. Let's see. I'll use a scroll of guiding bolt. Why not? And I missed. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm getting some good wild magic surge.
What's the plan?
This is actually a fun class to play.
The lance board is set.
I'm sure it is. Well, sorry, but that is what it is. But didn't mean to do that. No.
Ha!
And I missed. Oh, wait. This sucks. Well. Cool. What to do now, though? I don't really have any spell slots. Alright, chill touch.
Dark Lady, help me strike true.
Well, that's the first time I've ever heard her say that, so that's interesting. There we go.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow!
Yeah.
Open the gate!
Cool. Well, before I go into the gates, I'm going to...
At least things have stayed interesting.
Loot. Loot the bodies. Get as much gold as I can. Ooh, scroll of magic missile. Look at that. I'll take the ritual stuff, sure. I can't steal off of people who are...
Anything of use?
Members, which is kind of sucky. I already have a Morning Star.
No traps, please.
One gold piece and a ladle. Alright, and then Asterion.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay. I won't.
Like a wraith.
This and this and this and this. I think that's all of them. There's one up here, but I'm not going to worry about that one. What was that?
Have to keep going.
Really? Now?
All right, what now? Very well.
I guess we'll go in here.
Time to pack. We need to leave.
Ah, Zevlor.
Aradin didn't make it. Pity.
Oh,
But he might
thanks,
have got
Matt Cat.
more of
Thanks
my
for the
people
gifted sub. I
killed,
appreciate it.
If not for you. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Here. Pick what the next option is. I have no quarrel with druids. Why are they forcing you out? Those goblins, have there been many attacks like that? Or I won't be staying long. I just need to find a healer. And all the love back to you. I appreciate it. I'm doing our best out here. Ah! I'm probably going to do this again on a more to people time, so people can actually come in and make decisions, because it's really cool. The Twitch integration that they have in as a part of this is awesome, and I love this game. It's, even though it's still kind of in early access, it's still gorgeous.
You're wounded. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he went with those adventurers. It seems they left him behind. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the Inner Grove.
So the druid class
They've
actually
started
got
a ritual to cut
added
the
in
grove
patch
off
5,
from the
but
world
we're in patch
outside.
6 now.
We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going through some of these that we've already done.
I know it's not your business,
and don't
but she
really
owes
change
you for
anything.
saving
So
this place. Perhaps you could persuade her for more time to prepare, if nothing else.
let's see what I can do.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt.
Yeah, so each
If we're
character
forced
has
to
their own
leave
kind
now,
of like things that
we
they
won't
like
make
and
it
don't
to the
like.
city. You'll find the
I'm just kind of
druids
playing
at
this
the
as
heart
I
of the
would.
grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
We should be hitting level 3 at some point
Breathe
soon.
deep and move.
Ooh, there they go. So this is the first trader that we've got into, or ran into.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed.
Aw, thanks. You're also pretty cute.
Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Oh, what do you
Just some
what do you
bits and
sell
bobs
it?
I no longer need.
So he's got a bunch of stuff. The one thing that I do like, when the wearer stands in certain surfaces such as fire, it casts spells that deal damage. Target also suffers the surface's effects. I don't have enough things for that. But I am going to sell some of the... I don't need silent scrolls. I don't need red enfeeblement. I don't need protection of good and evil. I don't need that. I don't need that. I definitely don't need that. I want this because it's pretty cool. I can't sell this, or I can. Or I can sell this, or I can't. And this is why I grabbed the plates, because they, you know, they're not really worth anything, but it's money. Gold is gold. So, not much I can grab at the moment. I've got 456. I could do Potion of Speed. I have more than enough healing potions.
Calm down, please.
I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
Yeah, the armor is the best thing, but I don't have enough money for it. Definitely not 1,300. It's like double the price. And that's the thing. If you're like a specific like,
Sylvanas, guide your path.
if you're a specific race or you're a specific like class, you'll get bonuses in the game.
How much further can I go?
Oh, I'm also going to take a short rest since we went.
At the ready.
But yeah, you can like, this is a little druid grove.
These boots have seen
and
everything.
I played the druid class. It's pretty good. I mean, as with any druid, it's beefy. It has like a lot of abilities.
Exposed now.
But
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear,
Playing
Just
the
ask.
sorcerer now.
My selection's
I
pretty
kind of like
slim.
this one too.
I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Let me see your wares. See, he's got a lot of other things, specifically like weapons and armor, because he's a guy, you know. He's a guy being a dude.
It was his caravan.
I don't really need the leather helm, and I don't really need these boots. I'm gonna sell those. I'll sell these two. But yeah, things are a little overpriced at the moment. I think as I level up, I'll be able to spend more things and buy more things. And I'll probably play with this character a little bit more when we play again on stream. Because I wanna play through, but
My dagger. Let me out, you bunch of softies.
oh, I've never talked to these people.
What's up for discussion?
Well,
put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Alright, I'll let you guys make the decision here. I've never done this before, so just pick. Shut up, those words could be your last. Step between the crossbow and the goblin, or do nothing. I think Goblin's going to be a playable race at some point too, because they're already in the game, but I don't know. And if you aren't following the channel already, please do. Yeah, if you're on your phone, you won't be able to do it. There's actually an extension on Twitch that'll allow you to make it, so I'll put one as an option. And seeing as it's almost up, we're going to go with that one.
I'm not afraid. Chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed. Oh, I'll bless you all right.
Oh, man. Just going to watch what happens.
Here it comes, you little beast.
She's not even pointing in the direction.
I didn't take these refugees for killers. Maybe I've misjudged them. They're still going to die, but at least they're willing to fight. True. Back any beast into a corner, and you'll quickly see its teeth.
And if you can see his teeth, something about him. There's nothing in the evidence chest. That's kind of boring. Alright, there's nothing back there.
Moving
Let's
ahead.
keep it going. I'll add Will into our group.
Again. Swing and swing and...
Children!
No!
Look who's here.
Look at the tail. It's just like...
And again.
You say that like you're looking forward to it.
Swing.
Oof.
Go on. Give me your best shot.
Not bad.
Again. Hey, keep focus. See how I used your own force against you?
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Of course you can. It just takes time. I didn't become the Blade of Frontiers overnight.
I love Will's character.
Exactly.
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. An unknown face commands your mind. Blue skin.
Will is a warlock.
I'll be damned to the hells. You were on the ship.
A strange sensation courses through you.
Yeah, so a thing that they have in this game too is like you get to roll for things, but the tadpole in your head like gives you the ability to do illicit things. So I'll let you guys pick. I was indeed ship. I don't know what you mean. Try peering farther into his mind, or I saw a devil in your thoughts, clear as day. Because I'm a tiefling and I know what devils look like. And it's fun because, like, there's so many opportunities to do so many things. Like, earlier in the stream, we met one of the characters that you can play with as part of your party, and we just decided to fight against her and kill her. So, there's so much you can do in this, and it's just absolutely nuts. Pick 4.
Keep at it, kid. A devil? Oh, sounds like that parasite's really wormed its way in. We've both got bugs tickling our grey matter. And I've been having the strangest dreams.
Okay, well, sure.
I haven't turned into a mind flayer just yet. But sooner or later, my luck will run out. Been thinking I need a healer. And I reckon you've been thinking the same.
The sooner the better.
I've been waiting for this druid Halcyon to return. They say he's pretty powerful. He could probably help us. Problem is, the goblins have nabbed him. We better go find him before we start growing talons and tentacles. Excellent idea, but I have a condition. Look at these kids. They've no chance on the road, not while goblins infest it. I've got the grandest of plans. You and me, we kill the goblin horde's leaders. That should scatter the buggers. Frontier justice, I call that. What say you? I love your spirit, but you're full up. But when the time comes, just holler. The blade of frontiers will come calling. A splendid plan. Let's chat there.
Hell yeah. Alright, well, it's part of our group now. Gotta make way for these kids.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
Any questions?
This kid's one of my favorite. Collector of valued objects.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Lots of curse words in different languages. Big boy.
I should speak up.
Damn it! Carl Magrin, give her a chance. You, step back. Go join the other tieflings. Keep back. Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
It's a little awkward with some of the things, but you know.
Ah, I do wish I could understand you.
Is that Volo? Because I know he's in here.
In umbram creatus sanguine iuratus.
Yeah, there he is.
Agene culamo in umbra.
You there!
Pat.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
So this is Volothamp Gelderfall, I think, or something?
Glory.
The guy who wrote Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon.
Definitely wasn't a dragon.
Then you'll be quite free.
You don't get to fight one.
Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiat in favor of someone called the Absolute.
Not my favorite god name.
Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use. Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you have a quick tongue and an invisibility potion stashed in one's back pocket? Until we meet again.
Okay. Doesn't bode well for you.
Umbram cretus sanguine iuratus.
Find our master.
Go talk to Kaga.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A level 4 Archdruid. You ever seen
Please.
one? I haven't.
I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat?
Okay, Karen.
I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest. Girl, you mean parasite?
Yeah.
She
She's
eats our food,
horrible.
drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
I'm going to add advantage and guidance. So I have a plus almost 9 to this. Okay, good. Because I do not want to see her die.
Very well. She may go. Break your word, and my serpent shall feed. Sif, Tila to me. Thief. My grace has its limits.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin would...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Rude?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims.
And she's racist.
A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster.
No, I just call her
No
monster.
matter. I took back the
I love
idol
you,
of
cheese.
Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. And mine perish if he stays.
No.
You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Sevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
Okay, Karen.
You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
Okay, Karen.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe.
Oh yeah, and they get
Youth
dirty
is
if
not
you
a
don't take a
time
long
to be
rest.
forgiven for one's transgressions. Couldn't agree more. The girl wasn't innocent, but that doesn't mean she was guilty.
Very well.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader. Master Halsin. Perhaps Goblin Court. Perhaps dead. He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to
Also,
task.
someone who you
Stop
can
this
add into
damn
your party
ritual.
who's a druid.
More will die if the rite is finished. So many more. Sent into a world gone mad. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well.
Good man.
Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Alright, let's go talk to Nettie.
Come, Silver. Stay close.
Is she in here? She's not.
Something good here, I hope.
There she is.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
This medicatrix.
There. It's up to her now.
Life
or death. Now, what was it you needed? You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eyes, maybe. A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
Help me out, Nettie.
Should mind my step. Another step forward.
This one had the same problem as you. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halsin, mind. He'd have you, of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any victims can identify each other. How do you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate. A mind flayer ship? Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel... I hope it doesn't come to that. You know, I've spent my life treating folk, and Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not.
It's true.
Weird powers aside, for one, that thing in your head is like nothing we've ever seen from mind flayers.
sounds like Ashley Johnson. I don't know why.
It's one of
I
their
mean, I do.
words for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow. Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were whatever he
That's
found
where
there,
we'll go.
he didn't make it back. I think so. I hope so. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, if you can find Halsin and thank you. I wish I could tell you more. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin did good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, take it one step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Remove the parasite. Alright.
Nicely done. She actually believed you'd take the poison. Of course not, darling. The goblins will probably kill us long before that. And with that merry song in our hearts, let's go find this Halsin fellow.
Let's take a long rest first.
Swift as my feet can carry me. On my way. Never wanted the easy path.
Alright, so we've gone pretty far. I mean, this is probably a third of the way through the first act. There's a lot to explore still. So we will definitely be doing this again when we go talk to this girl's parents.
I need to...
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
It's not much, but here. Know that if you call, we'll come running. No matter what.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Little child. Oh, the wyvern poison. I forgot about that. Nuts.
Well, it's our job to get us out of here safe.
Remember?
Not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't have
Alright, let's go talk to Zevlor real quick. Tell him what the plan is.
Don't waste a step.
And then we'll finish at camp. Because we've only got about 10 minutes left. 12 minutes. But thank you all for joining. Thanks for those of you who came in. Don't forget to follow the channel and subscribe if you're financially able. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because I put all of our stuff up on VOD afterwards. So would love to see you out next time we do this, because we will definitely be doing this again.
I have something to
I
ask.
love this game. Oh, we leveled up too.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? I'm grateful, but there's still an army of goblins out there.
It's true.
I won't expose my people to that.
My people.
I hear that you've joined up with the Blade of Frontiers, which means you've heard his plan.
I might switch him out
He seems
for Gale
confident he
because
can
I
do
like
it.
warlocks.
I take it you intend to help him. Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word. No word from the scouts yet?
Alright,
No,
so we're
sir.
gonna level up everybody. So we get second level spells available to us, and there are quite a lot. Oh man. Flaming Sphere is pretty cool. Take Flaming Sphere. I like Scorching Ray too, so maybe I won't take Flaming Sphere. I like Scorching Ray. But we'll do Clouded Daggers too. Why not? And prepared spells. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Boom, 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 boom. He's an Evocation Wizard after all. Alright, Starion, you get your subclass. I'm gonna make you Thief, because it's easy. Shadowheart, you get second level spells. Alright, get rid of Bless and Bane. We're gonna do Old Person. Actually, we're gonna keep Bless. And I get Mirror Image and Pass Without Trace. And then for the Sorcerer, I don't know what we get. Oh, we get more meta magics. So, Quicken Spell. We can cast a spell as a bonus action, which means I can also cast a cantrip. Disadvantage on the saving throw. Or I can cast while silenced. I think I'm going to do Quicken Spell. I think that's the best one. But I also have access to second level spells. Let's see, what do I get? Darkness. I'm going to take Shatter. Because I like that spell. And I get Searing Smite. Interesting. As a Zariel Tiefling. Alright. So we got second level spells, which we have already. We're going to go to camp in the day. See if there's any extra stuff here to have a chat about. Because there might be, but who knows. Oh, yep. This fucker.
My, what manner of place is this? A patch of ground to call home. Some rest for the wicked, after all. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Not a creepy name at all.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Gil Faison, charmed, I'm sure.
We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. No. This encampment is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
I don't really have a choice.
There. Middle of somewhere. The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed.
What a beautiful piece of artwork on there.
Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Holy in hells. You're a Cambion.
And so much more.
Oh, his elbows are so uncomfortable.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head.
Oof,
one
voice.
skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that. Take all the time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease. I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts,
elbows.
they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck.
One might say.
I'll be there when it runs out.
Okay.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too.
Most likely.
Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
That's a good question.
I suppose it was a lot to take in. A devil sought us out, teased us with his help, but he also stared as if we were the banquet, rather than the one on the table. We can't hedge our bets here.
What's wrong with
Best
being
we decide how
a
to deal
banquet?
with him, if at all. Good, you got there eventually. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient.
Wow.
When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
Damn.
Aren't you glad that I am? It's an effective trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Oh, I will. I think that's everyone. So we're going to just go ahead and finish up the night. Sleep well. Get all those beautiful spell slots back. Wake up back in the Druid Grove. And pick this up next time. So, thank you for joining me tonight on this journey. I appreciate it. We will definitely be back to do this again at some point. But for now, I hope you have a great night. I hope to see you on our next stream that we do. And yeah, thank you for joining. Don't forget to follow us on our socials. Join us for literally any and everything that we would be doing. Twitter's the best place to kind of catch up with things. Follow me on Twitter too. But yeah, I hope to see you next time. And like I said, have a good night. Bye.